time, didn't we? Well, you shouldn't count my first 2 years because I was learning to type.
I think the candy's hardening up now, Miss Essie.
Oh, thanks, Reba. I'll bring some in, Mother. I want you to try them.
Finish the second act, Mrs. Sycamore?
What, Reba?
I said, did you finish the second act?
Oh, no, Reba. I just have Cynthia entering the monastery.
Oh, she was at the Kit Kat, wasn't she?
Yes, but she gets tired of the Kit Kat Club, and there's this monastery, so she goes there.
Oh, do they let her in?
Oh, yes, I made it visitor's day, so of course anybody can come in.
Oh.
So she arrives on visitor's day and just stays.
You mean she just stays all night?
Well, yeah, she stays 6 years.
6 years? My, I bet she busts that monastery wide open.
6 years later.
Mr. DePina.
Yeah?
Mr. DePina, will you bring up one of those new skyrockets, please? I want to show them to Mrs. Sycamore.
Sure.
Penny, what do you think of these little firecrackers we just made? We can sell 10 strings for a cent. Listen. Nice, huh?
Oh, yes. Paul, dear, were you ever in a monastery?
No, I wasn't. Oh, wait till you see the new skyrockets. Gold stars, then blue stars, then bombs, and then a balloon. Mr. DePina thought of the balloon.
Sounds lovely. Did you do all that today?
Sure, we made it. Ah, here we are. Look, Penny. Cost us 18 cents to make, and we'll sell them for 50. How many do you figure we can make before the 4th of July, Mr. DePina?
Well, we've got 2 weeks yet. Say, what day are we going to take the stuff up to Mount Vernon?
About a week. You know, we're going to need a larger booth this year. Got a lot of stuff made up. Come on, we're not through yet.
Yes, Mrs. Moore. Wait, I'm afraid the powder chamber is just a little too close to the balloon.
Well, we've got the stars and the bombs in between.
But that'll give the balloon time enough. A balloon needs plenty of time.
Come on, come on. Let's go down to the cellar and try it.
All right.
Mr. DePina, if a girl you loved entered a monastery, what would you do?
Oh, Mrs. Sycamore, I don't know. It's been such a long time.
Miss Alice going to be home to dinner tonight, Mrs. Sycamore?
I don't know, Reba. Maybe.
Well, I'll set a place for her, but she's only been home 1 night this week.
Yes, I know.
Miss Essie's making some mighty good candy today. She's doing something with coconuts.
Uh-huh, that's nice.
Let's see here. 5, 6, and Mr. DePina. And if Mr. Kalinkov comes, that makes 8, don't it? Yes, I better set for 8.
You know, Reba, I think I'll put this play away for a while and go back to the war play.
The war play? I always liked that one, the war play. Boom, boom! They'll be better when they're harder, Mother, but try one. I want to know what you think.
They look lovely. What do you call them?
I think I'll call them Love Dreams.
That's nice. I'm going back to the war play. Essie, what do you think?
Oh, are you, Mother?
Yes, I sort of got myself into a monastery and I can't get out.
Oh, it'll come to you, Mother. Remember how you got out of that brothel. The snakes look hungry. Did Reba feed them?
I don't know. Reba, did you feed the snakes yet?
Oh, no. Donald's coming, and he always brings flies with him.
Well, make sure to feed them before Grandpa comes home. You know how fussy he is about them.
Yes, so.
Believe I'll have another love dream.
Mr. DePina was right about the balloon. It was too close to the powder.
Want a love dream, Father? They're on the table.
No, thanks. I gotta wash.
I'm going back to the war play, Paul.
Oh, that's nice. We're gonna put some red stars after the bombs and then the balloon. That ought to do it.
You know, Mr. Kalinkov says I'm his most promising pupil.
You'd think with 40 monks and 1 girl that something would happen.
Essie! Hey, Essie!
Oh, I like it, Ed. Did you write it?
No, Beethoven!
Lovely. Got a lot of you in it. Oh, I made those new candies this afternoon, Ed.
Yeah?
You can take them around tonight.
All right. a balloon, it was too close to the tower.
Anything you want printed, Mr. Davina? How about some more calling cards?
No thanks, Ed. I still got the first 1,000.
Well, call on somebody, will you?
All right.
What's for dinner, Reba? I'm ready to print out the menu.
Let's see. Cornflakes, watermelon, some of the candies with sesame and some kind of meat. I forget.
I think I'll set up in bold-faced Cheltenham tonight. You know, if I'm going to take those candies around after dinner, I'd better put up some prescriptive.
Do you think anybody reads those things, Ed, that you put in the candy boxes? Ah, here it is. The war play. Poison gas. That must be Donald. Look at Reba smile.
The boyfriend, eh, Reba?
They're awfully cute, Donald and Reba.
Hello, Reba.
Donald!
Evening, everybody.
Hi, Donald. How have you been?
Pretty good, Mr. Ed. How you been, Mrs. Sigmar?
Very well, thank you, Donald. Oh, Donald, were you ever in a monastery?
No. I don't go to place much. I'm on relief.
Ah, yes, of course.
Here are the flies, Reba. I got a big investment today.
Sure did.
I see you've been working, Mrs. Sigmar.
Yes, indeed, Donald.
How's Grandpa?
Just fine. He's over at Columbia this afternoon, the commencement exercises.
My, the years certainly do roll around.
M-E-A-T. What's he go there for all the time, Penny?
I don't know. So handy, just around the corner.
Oh, Donald. Mr. Pina and I are going to take the stuff up to Mount Vernon next week. You think you can give us a hand?
Yes, sir. Only I can't take any money for it this year because the government finds on the market. Good star.
Ed, I got a wonderful idea in the bathrooms now. I was getting Trotsky. It's yours, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I left it there.
Oh, who is it?
You know, Trotsky, the Russian Revolution.
Oh,
Anyhow, it struck me as a great fireworks idea. Remember the last days of Pompeii?
yes, of course, Palisades Park. That's where we met.
Well, I'm gonna do the revolution. A full-hour display.
Say,
Oh, that's wonderful.
the red fire's the flag, huh?
Sure, and the Tsar, and the Cossacks,
And the freeing of the slaves.
No, Donald, the Russian Revolution. Hello, Grandpa.
Well, sir, you should have been there. That's all I can say. You should have been there.
Was it a nice commencement, Grandpa?
Oh, wonderful. They get better every year. You don't know how lucky you are, you're snakes.
Big class this year, Grandpa. How many were there?
Oh, must have been 2 acres. Everybody graduated. Yes, sir, and the speeches are a lot funnier than last year's.
You want to hear a good speech? Go up to your father Vine.
Oh, wait. They'll have them at Columbia.
Oh, Donald, will you tell Reba that Grandpa's home and we won't wait for Miss Alice?
Yes, sir. Reba, Grandpa's home. We can have dinner now.
We made a new skyrocket today, Grandpa. Wait till you see it.
Oh, evening, Grandpa.
Evening, Mr. DePina.
Didn't we make a fine rocket today, Mr. DePina?
Oh, we certainly did.
I wonder why they don't have fireworks at commencement.
Don't make enough noise. You take a good commencement order, and you'll drown out a carload of fireworks. And say just as much, too.
Well, don't the graduates ever say anything?
No, they just sit there in cap and nightgown, get their diplomas, and then 40 years along the line suddenly say, "Where am I?"
Oh, hello, Grandpa. Have a nice day.
"Hello, have a nice day. Don't I even get kiss?"
Excuse me, Grandpa. Oh, there was a letter for you, Grandpa. Did you? Ed, play Alice that Beethoven thing you wrote.
Did you know you can mail a letter all the way from Nicaragua now for 2 pesitos?
Really?
Kenneth, my virginity is a priceless thing to me. Oh, listen, people, listen. I'm not home for dinner. A young gentleman is calling for me.
Really? Who is it?
Isn't that nice?
I did everything possible to keep him from coming here, but he's calling for me.
Why don't you both stay to dinner?
No, I want him to take you in easy doses. I've tried to prepare him a little, but don't make it any worse than you can help. Don't read him any plays, Mother, and don't let a snake bite him, Grandpa, because I like him. And, well, I wouldn't dance for either of us. We're going to see the Monte Carlo Ballet tonight.
Can't do anything. Who is he? President of the United States?
No, he's the Vice President of Kirby and Company, Mr. Anthony Kirby Jr., the boss's son.
Well,
The boss's son, just like in the movies.
That explains the new president.
And I'm not being home to dinner for 3 weeks.
Why, Sherlock Holmes.
are you going to marry him, Alice?
Oh, yes, tonight. Meanwhile, I have to go up and put on my wedding dress. a word. Oh dear, what time is it?
I don't know. Does anybody know what time it is?
Mr. DePina might know.
It was about 5 o'clock a couple hours ago.
Well, I ought to know better than to ask you people. Will you let me know the minute he comes, please?
Of course, dear.
Yes, I know, but I mean the minute he comes.
Why, of course.
Well, be sure.
Well, what do you think of that?
She seems to like him, if you ask me.
I should say so. She's got it bad.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if they got married? We could have the wedding right in this room.
Now, wait a minute, Penny. This is the first time he's ever called for the girl.
But you only called on me once.
Young people are different nowadays.
Oh, I don't know. Well, look at Ed and me. He came to dinner once and just stayed.
Anyhow, I think it's wonderful, don't you, Grandpa?
She certainly seems happy enough.
He must be crazy about her. Maybe he's the one who's been taking her out every night. That must be him. Oh, never mind, Reba, I'll get it. Now, remember what Alice said and be very nice to him.
All right, let's take a look at him.
Well, welcome to our little home.
How do you do?
Do come right in, here we are. I'm Alice's mother. This is Alice's grandfather, Alice's father, her sister, and her husband, Ed Carmichael. There, now give me your hat to make yourself right at home.
I'm afraid you must be making a mistake.
How's that?
My card.
Wilbur C. Henderson, Internal Revenue Department?
That's right.
What can we do for you?
Does a Mr. Martin Vanderhoff live here?
Yes, sir. That's me.
Well, Mr. Vanderhoff, the government would like to talk to you about a little matter of income tax.
Income tax.
Do you mind if I sit down?
No, just go right ahead.
Thank you.
Mother, is that Mr. Kirby?
Oh, no, dear. It's an internal something or other. Pardon me.
Mr. Sycamore. Mr. Oh,
What is it?
oh, these things. They're not going out.
Not here, not here. Grandpa's busy.
Oh, excuse me.
Pardon me.
Now, according to our records, Mr. Vanderhoff, you have never paid an income tax.
That's what those letters were for.
I told you they were from the government.
We've sent you several of them, but have had no reply.
That's right.
Well, why haven't you been paying your income tax?
I don't believe in it.
Why not? Well, you own the property, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And you receive a yearly income from it?
I do.
Of between $3,000 and $4,000.
About that,
You've been receiving it for years.
I have. 1901, if you want the exact date.
Well, the government's only concerned with 1949. That's when the income tax started. Well, it seems, Mr. Vanderhoff, that you owe the government 23 years back income tax.
Wait a minute! You can't go back that far. That's outlaw.
What's your name?
What is that?
Ever filed an income tax return?
No, sir.
What was your income last year?
$28.50, wasn't it, Essie?
Yes, sir.
If you please. Now, Mr. Vanderhoff, you know there's quite a penalty for not filing an income tax return.
A penalty.
Look, Mr. Henderson, let me ask you something.
Well,
Suppose I paid her this money. Mind you, I didn't say I was going to, but just for the sake of the argument, what's the government going to do with it?
how do you mean?
Well, what do I get for my money? If I go to Macy's and buy something, there it is. I see it. What does the government give me?
Why, the government gives you everything. It protects you.
What from?
Well, invasion. Foreigners that might come over here and take everything you've got.
I don't think they're going to do that.
If you didn't pay the income tax, they would. How do you think the government keeps up the Army and Navy? All those battleships.
The last time we used battleships was in the Spanish-American War. And what we got with it? Cuba. And we gave that back. I wouldn't mind paying it for something sensible.
Sensible? Well, what about Congress and the Supreme Court and the President? We've got to pay them, don't we?
Not with my money, no, sir.
Now, wait a minute. I'm not here to argue with you. All I know is that you haven't paid an income tax and you've got to pay it.
Yeah, they got to show me.
We don't have to show you. I just told you.